I've got this feeling, I'm feeling you could be the one. I see no reason why I should ever let you go. I don't wanna wake up if I'm dreaming, because you know I can't get enough of this feeling you're giving me.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. My name's Lisa. Today's reaction video is going to be a DAX reaction, and this is a fairly recent release. This was released 4 weeks ago, so to me it's fairly recent, even though I probably feel like I'm a bit late to the party, but I'm finally reacting to it now. This is the official music video for his song Depression. I know this has made a bit of a big impact to me, and this has already had 3.6 million views, so it's absolutely incredible. It's obviously, yeah, made a big impression on a lot of people, and I get the impression this is going to be very relatable to many people as well, because of the topic of the song. I know Dax has been very open in the past about his depression and his struggles with alcohol abuse and things like that. So it's something to greatly admire about Dax, is he's very honest, very vulnerable in his songs, and he is very, very relatable for many people. And I'm sure he obviously helps a lot of people as well through his songs. So I'm really looking forward to getting into this one. As strange as that sounds, it's kind of sort of like feels like a bit of a guilty pleasure saying that because of somebody else's pain and struggle. But I know this is going to be a brilliant one, very hard hitting and very open and honest. So without further ado, let's get into it and see what Dax has for us. Here we go. Ooh, wow. Straight away I love that opening. 48 hours earlier. It's like a metaphor for riding a wave, riding in a storm, with the depression and how it makes you feel. Love that. Ooh, love this instrumental. Dax's videos are always amazing.
I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Sometimes I sit and I reminisce about the good times. Wish I could get those back. I keep on running these races that go in my mind, and they go on these tracks. I'm not ready to erase all my memories. I fight depression and I let it get the best of me. Now there's nowhere to run, nowhere to go. Look around, there's liquor bottles all on the floor, filling up the space inside my heart and my home, drowning out these thoughts until they leave me alone. I can't find myself. I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. These thoughts are draining all my...
Sorry, Dax, I tried to find a break in it, and unfortunately I just kind of interrupted him in a sentence. I'll go back a little bit. First of all, I'm absolutely loving the visuals of this video. Like I said, the way it opened at the beginning, it was kind of almost like a metaphor for riding the wave of depression, for going through a storm and trying to come out the other side. And yeah, just how he's kind of, you know, walking around his house, and you know, he seems to live in a nice neighborhood and all that sort of thing. He's got all this great, you know, all this lovely stuff around him. He's got all this lovely stuff around him. He still can't find that happiness that he really, really craves, that he really longs for. And yeah, I love the way he's written this. The instrumental and the beat are just beautiful. Just such a gorgeous melody to it. It's so catchy. It's like got a really catchy hook, but at the same time it's quite an emotional melody. And it's very, very stripped back as well. I love the fact that you know, Dax is for the most part sort of like singing his way through this rather than just rapping. maybe that will change, and perhaps he will sort of like throw in a little bit of rapping, but it is mostly sort of like conversational singing sort of thing, because I've said before, I absolutely love Dax's singing voice. I think he's got a gorgeous tone, and yeah, just how he's written this song is amazing. It's so open and vulnerable and honest, and really, really kind of emotional and heartfelt, and just heartbreaking at the same time, because, you know, obviously he's been through all of these struggles, and, you know, he's I suppose for the most part he's come out the other side, and he's dealing with those struggles and those thoughts and feelings, but at the same time it's an ongoing battle. It's an everyday thing to sort of like wake up and try and, you know, make yourself feel okay even if you don't. And the same with the alcohol abuse and things like that he's talked about in his songs, and he's been very open and honest about that as well. And you know, he mentioned about liquor bottles, you know, filling his heart and his home, and it's kind of like been the way that he's dealt with his issues in the past is to turn into drink, and then that in itself has been an issue, the whole drinking and partying thing. You know, and in the long run it hasn't actually worked, it hasn't helped him. If anything, it's probably made things worse. So yeah, I love the fact that he's being so honest about everything, and again, like I say, so relatable. Just a lot of people I know can relate to what he's saying in these, and obviously he's helping a lot of people by doing music like this and just being so honest about how he feels and how he's felt in the past. Yeah, absolutely love this. Awesome. So let's carry on and see what else he has to say in the song.
They dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. These thoughts are draining all my energy. I try to tell them the God, they said I'm going insane, and then they recommended therapy. And I go and talk to a man who's getting paid to explain. He started saying that the chemical imbalance is the reason that my brain ain't connecting to accomplishments associated with moving on in life and past the things that my heart cannot contain. So the happiness won't sustain. And he read me my options. He said, here goes a pill, only take 2 to eat a meal, and they don't know how I feel. I can't
love that
find myself.
echo, that reverb.
I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help, but I pushed all them away. I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days. Should I drown all these thoughts, or should I leave them to float? I've got all of my flaws living inside of this boat. I've been anchored in pain, the weight is making me choke. It's getting harder to breathe, it's pulling right at my throat. I've been hoping for change, but don't know how to restart. They say you ain't a man when you exposing your heart. Then they say you insane until it tears you apart. And then it cuts you so deep, and they can tell by the scars. We can only see change when we accept who we are. Try to run from the shame, and you won't never get far. Don't you bottle the
That's
pain
scary.
and live your life in the dark. You're meant to break from those chains and shine as bright as a star. Don't you ever tell yourself that your depression is the reason you won't make it, or that happiness is not in your cards. Without God, you can beat all the odds. Keep your faith and you'll never be lost and say,
Love that. I know he feels very strong with that faith in God.
I get lost inside my brain. Think I might need help.
It's like he's found his faith in God again.
I took the cards they dealt, and there's nothing I can change. So when I'm by myself, I just pray for brighter days.
Love how it's like, you know, mirroring the Truman Show at the end when he goes through the through the backdrop. It's a bit like breaking free from everything. Wow. Oh my gosh, what an amazing instrumental, and just such an incredible song. How he wrote that, just love the wordplay and just the sentiment behind it, the message behind it as well, where he said, you know, don't let your depression define you, basically, and don't let anybody tell you that, oh, you've got depression so you won't get very far, you won't be able to achieve much, it's going to hold you back. Don't allow that to quash your dreams, and don't don't make that mean, don't allow that to mean that, you know, you don't go for something just because you think that you're not capable enough or you're not worthy enough even. Love that whole message. And like I say, you know, I know that he has found his faith in God again, or he's kind of getting there with it, and that much is obvious. Like in his album Pain Paints Paintings, there's his first full-length album that I did a reaction to. I kind of worked my way through all the songs of that one, and yeah, if you want to see my reactions to all of the tracks on that album, there's a playlist, a DAX playlist on here, so go and check those out. But in a lot of those songs he talks about, you know, his faith in God and finding it again, and finding himself, and using his faith in God to help him through his struggles and his alcoholism and all that sort of thing. And yeah, I love that. I mean, even if you're, you know, even if you're not a believer, if you're an atheist, or even if you follow a different religion other than Christianity, you know, having a belief in something, I am definitely, you know, I'm all for that. If your belief in something helps you through a really dark time in your life and it makes you a better person, then hey, I say believe in what the heck you want to believe. Unicorns, fairies, God, you know, whoever you want to put faith in. But ultimately, I think, you know, the belief in yourself is where it should start. Just start believing in yourself, and if you find the strength or the help to kind of have that belief in yourself through another source, i.e. religion, like God, then hey, so be it, you know. And he's obviously found that. He's kind of discovered his faith again, and he has a renewed faith, and I love his message. He's not afraid to kind of speak out about that and to be honest about that and say, hey, yeah, I'm finding my faith again, and it's taken me a while, and it's an ongoing process, but I'm getting there, and I'm getting better, and you know, I'm now sort of like, you know, on the path to sobriety, and I'm just sort of like riding the wave, and I'm just doing everything that I can to stay on the right track, and fair play to him, like mad respect to him for that, and like I say, mad respect to him for being so open and helping so many people. His songs, many of his songs covering things like depression and alcoholism and addiction and things are just so relatable, and they will help so many people, probably more than he realizes. So if you enjoyed this too, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more DAX reactions coming very soon, and also reactions to other various artists every Sunday. And if you're a Home Free fan and you want to check out my reactions to their music, then come back every Friday for Home Free Fridays. And also just around the corner there will be festive reactions starting, both for Home Free and for other various people like Voctif, Voice Play, PTX, because they have a new album that they've just released for Christmas. So I'll be reacting to all things like that. If you have any suggestions or recommendations or requests for any festive reactions, or anything else for that matter, that doesn't have to be festive, then obviously drop them in the comments below, and I promise I will add them to the list, and I will get round to them at some point as soon as I possibly can. I have a long list that I'm still getting through. So yeah, please obviously drop your suggestions below in the comments of any of my reaction videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.